Beloved, listen carefully. This is a message for the chosen, for those whose faith, perseverance, and integrity are being noticed in the heavenly realm. Today, God is speaking to you about being trusted with abundance on a level beyond human comprehension. Billions of blessings, opportunities, and influence that can shift not just your life, but the lives of generations to come. I know some of you have prayed, sacrificed, and endured seasons where it seemed like nothing was happening. You've stayed faithful in small, unseen ways, helping others, honoring God with your time, your talent, and your resources. And now, heaven is responding. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. Luke 16:10. The God of the universe is watching how you steward the little you have, and He is ready to multiply it abundantly. Beloved, being trusted with billions is not about greed, comfort, or self-glory. It's about responsibility, vision, and impact. It's about being a vessel that God can use to change communities, uplift the downtrodden, and leave a legacy that honors His name. Every prayer, every act of integrity, every moment you chose patience over frustration, humility over pride, God has been taking note. Some of you are hesitant, wondering, am I ready? Will I handle this? Hear this. God does not call the perfect. He calls the faithful and the teachable. Moreover, it is required of stewards that they be found faithful. 1 Corinthians 4:2. Your faithfulness in the small things is your ticket to the extraordinary. So today, chosen one, lift your eyes. Your diligence, your prayer, your obedience, they are positioning you for a level of favor that will astonish you. Doors will open, alliances will form, and resources beyond imagination will flow through your hands, not for selfish gain, but to fulfill divine purposes. Beloved, the trust of God is on your life. Your season of unimaginable provision, influence, and divine responsibility has arrived. Prepare your heart, steady your faith, and step boldly, for God is about to entrust you with billions, and He will equip you to handle it wisely. Let's step into this divine destiny together. Chapter 1. The heart God looks for before He trusts you with billions. Beloved, before God entrusts you with abundance that can shake nations, He first examines the condition of your heart. Billions in resources, influence, or opportunities are meaningless if your soul is not aligned with His purpose. This is why the Lord looks beyond talent, vision, or even hard work. He looks at faithfulness, humility, and integrity. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. Luke 16:10. Your heart is the soil from which your destiny will grow. If it is fertile with generosity, patience, and obedience, it will bear fruit that lasts. If it is hardened by pride, greed, or selfish ambition, no amount of wealth or power will satisfy. It will only corrupt. God is not looking for perfection. He is looking for faithful stewards who are willing to handle small things rightly so they can be trusted with great things. Moreover, it is required of stewards that they be found faithful. 1 Corinthians 4:2. Notice this. God's measure is different from the world's. The world sees influence in flashy success, but God measures discipline in the ordinary, obedience in the unseen, and love in action without reward. The widow who gave her last 2 coins, the neighbor who forgave when it was hard, the entrepreneur who chose honesty over easy gain. These are the hearts God notices. The Lord detests dishonest scales, but accurate weights find favor with Him. Proverbs 11:1. Beloved, the preparation for being entrusted with billions is not in how much you can accumulate. It's in how you handle what is already in your hands. Are you generous when no one is watching? Do you honor God in the small resources, relationships, and opportunities He has already given you? Are you faithful when the world does not see your effort? The truth is, God is already testing you. Every choice, every prayer, every act of obedience is a spiritual weight scale determining your readiness. If your heart is faithful now, you will not crumble when God multiplies your influence and resources 1,000-fold. Beloved, cultivate a heart that God can trust. Guard it, refine it, and fill it with love, integrity, and faithfulness. For when your heart is aligned with Him, the billions He entrusts to you will not only bless your life, they will impact generations and glorify His name. Chapter 2. The responsibility of being entrusted with billions. Beloved, being entrusted with billions, whether wealth, influence, or spiritual authority, is not just about abundance. It is a weighty responsibility. God does not give great resources to test your pride. He gives them to test your faithfulness, wisdom, and vision. To whom much is given, much will be required. Luke 12:48. Every dollar, every opportunity, every connection is a tool for kingdom impact. It is not yours to hoard, squander, or exploit. How you handle what God entrusts now will determine if you can manage even greater responsibility tomorrow. A faithful man will be richly blessed, but one eager to get rich will not go unpunished. Proverbs 28:20. Responsibility begins in the small, unseen choices. It is in honesty when no one is watching, generosity when it is inconvenient, and integrity when shortcuts could benefit you. These actions train you to manage larger blessings with humility and discernment. Whoever is faithful in a very little is faithful also in much. Luke 16:10. God also calls you to stewardship over lives, not just resources. Every person your influence touches is sacred. Your decisions will ripple far beyond your immediate circle, affecting families, communities, and even nations. How you treat others, how you make ethical choices, and how you invest in people will define your legacy. Beloved, do not take lightly the trust God places in your hands. Your actions now are preparing you for greater assignment, greater impact, and greater favor. God is not asking for perfection. He is asking for faithfulness and a heart aligned with His will. Remember, abundance without responsibility is destruction, but responsibility handled with faith produces multiplication, influence, and divine legacy. Your faithfulness today is shaping your authority for tomorrow. Chapter 3. Guarding your heart and vision before the millions. Beloved, before God entrusts you with billions, He must guard your heart and align your vision. Wealth, influence, and opportunity can magnify your faith or expose every hidden weakness. Keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flow the springs of life. Proverbs 4:23. The enemy will test your integrity, patience, and focus. Greed, pride, and distraction are traps set to derail your destiny. You must remain rooted in God's word, prayer, and humility, knowing that the true measure of success is not in numbers, but in obedience. Do not love the world or the things in the world. 1 John 2:15. Guard your vision. Clarify your purpose. Ask, why has God given me this? Every opportunity must serve a higher calling, blessing others, expanding His kingdom, and leaving a legacy of faithfulness. Whatever you do, work heartily, as for the Lord and not for men. Colossians 3:23. Beloved, God tests the heart before the millions arrive. Stay faithful in the small, in the unseen, and in the disciplined steps. When the billions come, your heart will be ready to steward them with wisdom, honor, and eternal impact. Chapter 4. Making decisions that multiply your blessing. Beloved, before God entrusts you with billions, every decision matters. Small choices today shape the stewardship of your wealth tomorrow. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. Proverbs 21:5. Seek God in every step. Consult His word, pray for wisdom, and listen for His still, small voice. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach. James 1:5. Avoid hasty decisions, impulsive spending, and distractions of pride or fear. Multiply your blessing by acting with discernment, integrity, and patience. Whoever is faithful in a very little is faithful also in much. Luke 16:10. Beloved, your future billions are not just numbers. They are tools for destiny, influence, and divine impact. Decide wisely, steward faithfully, and watch God expand your blessing beyond imagination. Chapter 5. Stewardship and Kingdom Impact. Beloved, God entrusts wealth not for selfish gain, but for kingdom purpose. How you manage what He gives determines the reach of your blessing. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace. 1 Peter 4:10. Generosity multiplies favor. Investments in people, ministries, and community unlock doors that mere money cannot open. Give, and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be put into your lap. Luke 6:38. Guard your heart from pride and greed. True abundance flows from faithful stewardship and righteous influence. Every dollar, every resource, every opportunity entrusted to you is a seed for God's glory. Beloved, steward well, give generously, and your blessing will not only grow, it will transform lives and echo into eternity. Chapter 6. Maintaining your blessing under pressure. Beloved, when God entrusts you with great wealth, trials and pressures will come. How you respond determines if your blessing endures. Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, for when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life. James 1:12. Guard your heart against greed, fear, and pride. Remain humble, prayerful, and aligned with God's word. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. Surround yourself with wise counsel and accountability. Let every decision honor God and reflect integrity. Your wealth is a divine trust, meant for impact, influence, and eternal reward. Beloved, stay faithful, persevere under pressure, and your blessing will multiply beyond measure. For God is faithful to those who honor Him. Chapter 7. Living in overflow and purpose. Beloved, when God entrusts you with great wealth, it is not only for comfort, it is for kingdom impact and eternal purpose. Command them to do good, to be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share. 1 Timothy 6:18. Walk boldly in generosity, wisdom, and vision. Let your resources bless the broken, empower leaders, and expand God's kingdom. As each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. 1 Peter 4:10. Live in gratitude and humility, knowing every blessing is a divine trust. Your obedience multiplies favor, influence, and eternal reward. Beloved, step fully into your God-given abundance and let your life be a testimony of His glory, provision, and purpose. Beloved, God has entrusted you with great wealth, influence, and opportunity, and now it is time to walk boldly in your calling. Now, to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us. Ephesians 3:20. Declare over your life, I am a faithful steward of every blessing. My wealth multiplies with purpose. I honor God in all I do. My influence expands, and my impact endures. Live in wisdom, generosity, and gratitude, knowing that every trial, pressure, and test is shaping your destiny. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. Proverbs 16:3. Beloved, go forth in faith, steward your blessing with integrity, and let your life shine as a testimony of God's glory, provision, and eternal purpose.